All right, so let's make some flour tortilla. Make sure you screenshot the recipe so you can get it right whenever you are ready. So we'll just start with a big old bowl. We will put 3 cups of all-purpose flour. We will put 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a half teaspoon of salt, and you go ahead and mix up your dry ingredients real quick. And then next up, we will add a 1/3 cup of shortening butter, whatever you want to use. And you want to really just squeeze this together and make sure that that butter is incorporated into the flour. It will kind of feel like sand a little bit. And when you squeeze it together, it will hold together a little bit. You want to make sure all the flour is incorporated with that butter. Once that happens, you will go get you 1 cup of hot water, guys. You want to use half at first. The dough will feel a little wet, but just keep squeezing it. That's all you're doing, squeezing it, and it will pull together. Don't be discouraged because it feels wet. So go ahead and knead the dough for about 5 minutes. That is it, guys. Don't add anything else to it. And just keep kneading away. And then what you'll do is cover with a towel. I personally bought a bunch of shower caps from a restaurant supply. So that's what I use here to cover my dough. When I ever have to cover dough, I just use a new one. So leave that for about 30 minutes. Come back. And now you want to go ahead and I like to put some sort of oil or anything on my hands. And then I just go ahead and take a little piece. I'll do a little tucking in method. I'll tuck everything in until it's perfectly round. And then I'll roll it in my hands a little bit, stick them back in the bowl because we need this to rest again. This is the second time resting. We'll do 2 resting process. So you'll just keep doing that until you roll up all of them. If you want them perfect, you can go ahead and weigh them, but I don't worry about that. I just go ahead and roll them up, sticking them back in the bowl, cover them up, and now I let them rest for 15 or so minutes. Okay, so that's what we're doing here, and we will be back after 15 minutes. All right, back after 15 minutes. Now it's time to get started with rolling these, guys. Life hack, home hack, you don't need to have everything perfect. I don't own a rolling pin. And so I have a glass bottle that I use, put some salt in, and I just use that, okay? Put a little flour on it. Well, wash it, put a little flour, and use that as your rolling pin. You can use a cup, a glass. You can use whatever. So don't have to have everything. So go ahead and roll it up as thin as you can get it. I'm not worried about it being perfectly round. I'm just adding a little flour to stop the sticking. And yeah, I'm just going to keep doing that. And get it on the grill. Heat up the grill. I rub a little oil on it with a paper towel and just put it on the grill. It'll start bubbling up in a few moments, and I usually leave it on there for about 30 seconds and then I flip it. So I see the little bubbles coming on there. The first one is always the longest. So yeah, I will flip it and do that twice more until I see the little brown. You see the little brown cooking of the bubbles there. That's how you know you are getting it right. Look at the second one. Second one is coming up perfect. Look at all those bubbles on there, flipping it, and look at that. You are officially a tortilla maker once you get that bubble and it looks that good. So I'm going to make the rest of these. I think I ended up with about 12-ish. You can do less, you can do more, depending on how big you roll it out. So yeah, this is another batch. I'm getting pretty good with the round ones. There's all of it on that beautiful plate. I was showing you guys what I have done so far. I'm getting better with the roundness of it, but it tastes pretty good, guys. It tastes amazing. You don't have to go to the stores anymore and buy this. You can buy a little flour and those other ingredients and make as many as you want, as fresh as you want. So look at those bubbles. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. That's why you need it to rest, guys. Resting gives it good bubbles from my experience. So that's how it's looking. We are flipping away. And now it's time for me to make breakfast. Yeah, so there's the batch I made. And this is the breakfast. A little spinach, eggs, avocado, peppers, and onions in a tortilla. That's what I had. You can do it too. See you later.